Hey guys, it's Jeff from Pressure Luck, and I am thrilled to announce that once again I've partnered with my beloved Better Than Bouillon, one of my favorite brands ever, to bring you one of the easiest, tastiest, and simplest things to make. Although easy and simple are pretty much the same thing. Guys, what is our favorite kind of bread when we like to go out and eat something? I don't know, I can't speak for you per se, but for me, it's garlic bread. I love garlic bread, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you're about to make the best garlic bread you've ever made, all with a little bit of garlic better than bouillon. Guys, this stuff is divine. Just wait until you see what I'm gonna do with it. It could not be easier, and I can tell you right now that I've just found my new favorite garlic bread ever. So let's just do this really quickly, really easily, and on the table in the matter of minutes. Let's do it. All right, I'm gonna preheat my oven to 450 degrees. There we go. And now while it's heating up, let's focus on creating that garlic bread. Couldn't be easier. First we'll start off with 4 tablespoons or a half a stick of salted, or you can use unsalted butter. And then we're gonna melt it by popping it in the microwave for about 30 to 40 seconds. And to that, I'm gonna add in 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning and 2 teaspoons of grated Parmesan cheese. And the secret ingredient to making this garlic bread really hit those high garlic notes is some Garlic Better Than Bouillon. Guys, this stuff I can't get enough of. I use it in so many of my recipes. It's also vegetarian. I'm gonna take the lid off here and you'll see it's a concentrate, which means a very little bit goes a very long way. I'm going to add in 1/4 teaspoon worth. You can add up to a half a teaspoon, but I would start with 1/4 because I feel like that's the perfect amount. So put that in there, and there we go. And then I'm just gonna add it right into my mixture. And then I'm just gonna take a little silicone basting brush here, because that's what I'm gonna use to brush it onto my bread in just a moment. Now, if you want to at this point, you could add some crushed garlic as well, but I don't think it's necessary. I also don't like to have overly garlicky garlic bread where the garlic itself is just really dominating everything. That's why I feel like the Garlic Better Than Bouillon is perfect for making the perfect garlic bread. All right, and now that this is nice and mixed together, and we have our perfect garlic bread butter sauce ready to go, let's focus on that bread. And I'm using about a 12-inch loaf of Italian bread. You can really use any kind of bread you want. You can use French bread, a baguette, really any kind you'd like. So I'm gonna take my knife here, it's a nice serrated one here, and just cut my bread down the center, just like this, on the side. So we have it in halves. All right, and voila, bread that's split down the center. Perfect. And now I wanna take my garlic butter sauce here, and I just wanna brush it onto the bread. I'm gonna do that pretty generously. And there we have it, guys. Simple as that. Could not be easier. Now we're gonna pop this in the oven. Now you can either put the bread directly on the oven racks, or you can get a foil-lined baking sheet and do it on that, which I prefer. It's less mess that way. So I'm going to add my bread to the baking sheets, and I'm gonna pop this in my preheated oven. All right, now that my oven is preheated, on the center rack, I wanna pop my bread into the oven here, and I'm gonna let that bake between 5 to 10 minutes, but I'm gonna keep a close eye on it because all ovens vary. All right, and 10 minutes of our garlic bread baking in the oven have passed, and oh boy, that's looking great. I'm gonna get it out of there now. And there we go, fresh out of the oven. Well, the second time for the bread, that was already pre-baked, obviously, but now it's reborn as garlic bread. Look at how beautiful that looks, guys. None of that weird stuff you get from the market where it's already like pre-buttered on and slathered with, you know, stuff you don't even know what's in there. This was all stuff we actually already know what we're using, so that makes it even better, and it's gonna be so much tastier. All right, now you can just slice it up into pieces and serve it up. And after a few minutes of cooling, I'm gonna slice into that bread. Hear how crusty that is? Perfect. Ugh. And I'm gonna add it to this adorable little, you know, plaid line bowl here. Flannel style, you know, whatever you wanna call this. It's plaid, it's plaid. We're gonna put that inside of a bowl, because why not? Keep it nice and pretty for the camera. And there we have it, guys, some outrageous garlic bread. This is just 1/2 of the loaf, by the way. Still have a whole other half for later. And let's try this out. Beautiful. And here it is, guys, my beautiful basket of garlic bread. Now, I can just say that word over and over because a lot of people will say, I love when you say garlic or garlic, whatever. Sometimes the accent does come a little thicker when the camera's on, all right? Just a little bit. I mean, I am from Long Island. What am I gonna do? But look at that. I love serving it like this in this little like plaid napkin thingy. It looks like it's from an Italian restaurant, except it came from my Jewish kitchen. All right, guys, now let's try it out. Which piece do I want? I'm gonna go with an end piece, all right? Here we go. Here we go. This is really good. This garlic bread is perfect. It's the perfect garlic bread. You know why? because it's not too buttery. Like, it's not like drenched in, like when you sink your teeth in like this greasy butter goes. It isn't like that. It's the perfect amount, and it's not overkill with the garlic, because the garlic better than bouillon in there mixed in is the perfect garlic flavor ratio. Too often I've bitten into garlic bread and it's just been pure garlic fest. Like, I've like been trying to ward off Count Dracula from coming to my door or something. This he might actually eat. It's not overly garlic, you know. But honestly, guys, could this have been any easier to make? I don't think so. Literally, all we took was some melted butter mixed together with some Italian seasoning, Parmesan, and of course some of that garlic better than bouillon, and then we brushed it onto some of this bread, baked it, and there you go. The best garlic bread ever. And of course, serve it with anything, with pastas, with chicken dishes, or just leave the bread whole and make an amazing hero out of it. You know what I mean? Like, put a cheesesteak on there if you want, make some meatball parm hero on the garlic bread. The sky's the limit. It's just all about the garlic. I'm telling you, this bread puts the lick in garlic because I want to lick it. Alright guys, if you enjoy these videos, check out pressureluckcooking.com because I have tons of videos there. And of course, check out betterthanbouillon.com because this garlic bread wouldn't be here without them, because honestly, that is the key to making the best garlic bread. Some of that garlic better than bouillon base. You can find it at many of your local markets, and if you can't, check out the link. You can find out where to get it from there. Of course, check out facebook.com/pressureluckcooking and like that page for any time a new recipe drops, and at pressureluckcooking on Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Subscribe to me there. Thanks again, guys. And just know that this garlic bread is literally the best thing since, well, sliced bread. Enjoy.